Ciao! Oggi impari a fare domande in inglese. 80 domande essenziali in 8 gruppi. Ascolti la domanda in italiano, la dici in inglese e ti controlli subito. Cominciamo! Ti piace il tuo lavoro?
Do you like your job? Do you like your job?
Do you like your job?
Hai tempo domani?
Do you have time tomorrow? Do you have time tomorrow?
Do you have time tomorrow?
Abiti qui vicino?
Do you live near here? Do you live near here?
Do you live near here?
Vuoi un caffè?
Do you want some coffee? Do you want some coffee?
Do you want some coffee?
Mi capisci?
Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
Do you understand me?
Lo conosci?
Do you know him? Do you know him?
Do you know him?
Hai bisogno di aiuto?
Do you need help? Do you need help?
Do you need help?
Ti ricordi il suo nome?
Do you remember her name? Do you remember her name?
Do you remember her name?
Lavori il sabato?
Do you work on Saturdays? Do you work on Saturdays?
Do you work on Saturdays?
Parli inglese?
Do you speak English? Do you speak English?
Do you speak English?
Lei lavora da casa?
Does she work from home? Does she work from home?
Does she work from home?
Gli piace la sua nuova scuola?
Does he like his new school? Does he like his new school?
Does he like his new school?
Lei ha figli?
Does she have children? Does she have children?
Does she have children?
Lui lo sa.
Does he know about it? Does he know about it?
Does he know about it?
Lei parla francese?
Does she speak French? Does she speak French?
Does she speak French?
Lui vive da solo?
Does he live alone? Does he live alone?
Does he live alone?
Lei mangia carne?
Does she eat meat? Does she eat meat?
Does she eat meat?
Lui gioca a calcio?
Does he play football? Does he play football?
Does he play football?
Funziona?
Does it work? Does it work?
Does it work?
Le serve qualcosa?
Does she need anything? Does she need anything?
Does she need anything?
Dove lavori?
Where do you work? Where do you work?
Where do you work?
Dove abita lei?
Where does she live? Where does she live?
Where does she live?
Dove compri la verdura?
Where do you buy vegetables? Where do you buy vegetables?
Where do you buy vegetables?
Dove parcheggia la sua macchina?
Where does he park his car? Where does he park his car?
Where does he park his car?
Dove vanno a scuola i tuoi figli?
Where do your children go to school? Where do your children go to school?
Where do your children go to school?
Dove vuoi sederti?
Where do you want to sit? Where do you want to sit?
Where do you want to sit?
Dove va questo autobus?
Where does this bus go? Where does this bus go?
Where does this bus go?
Dove tieni le chiavi?
Where do you keep the keys? Where do you keep the keys?
Where do you keep the keys?
Dove lavora tuo fratello?
Where does your brother work? Where does your brother work?
Where does your brother work?
Dove ci incontriamo?
Where do we meet? Where do we meet?
Where do we meet?
Cosa fai nel fine settimana?
What do you do at the weekend? What do you do at the weekend?
What do you do at the weekend?
Cosa mangia lui a colazione?
What does he eat for breakfast? What does he eat for breakfast?
What does he eat for breakfast?
Cosa bevi di solito la mattina?
What do you usually drink in the morning? What do you usually drink in the morning?
What do you usually drink in the morning?
Cosa significa questa parola?
What does this word mean? What does this word mean?
What does this word mean?
Cosa ne pensa tua madre?
What does your mom think about it? What does your mom think about it?
What does your mom think about it?
Cosa vuoi per cena?
What do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner?
What do you want for dinner?
Che lavoro fa lei?
What does she do? What does she do?
What does she do?
Cosa ne pensi?
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think?
Cosa vuole da me?
What does he want from me? What does he want from me?
What does he want from me?
Cosa ci serve dal supermercato?
What do we need from the shop? What do we need from the shop?
What do we need from the shop?
Quando ti alzi?
When do you get up? When do you get up?
When do you get up?
Quando torna tuo figlio da scuola?
When does your son come back from school? When does your son come back from school?
When does your son come back from school?
Quando inizi a lavorare?
When do you start work? When do you start work?
When do you start work?
Quando apri questo negozio?
When does this shop open? When does this shop open?
When does this shop open?
Quando partiamo?
When do we leave? When do we leave?
When do we leave?
Quando finisci di lavorare?
When do you finish work? When do you finish work?
When do you finish work?
Quando inizia il film?
When does the film start? When does the film start?
When does the film start?
Quando tornano?
When do they come back? When do they come back?
When do they come back?
Quando arriva l'autobus?
When does the bus arrive? When does the bus arrive?
When does the bus arrive?
Quando vai a dormire?
When do you go to bed? When do you go to bed?
When do you go to bed?
Perché arriva sempre in ritardo?
Why does she always arrive late? Why does she always arrive late?
Why does she always arrive late?
Perché lavorano così tanto?
Why do they work so much? Why do they work so much?
Why do they work so much?
Perché ti serve più tempo?
Why do you need more time? Why do you need more time?
Why do you need more time?
Perché fa così tante domande?
Why does he ask so many questions? Why does he ask so many questions?
Why does he ask so many questions?
Perché dobbiamo aspettare?
Why do we have to wait? Why do we have to wait?
Why do we have to wait?
Perché lo chiedi?
Why do you ask? Why do you ask?
Why do you ask?
Perché costa così tanto?
Why does it cost so much? Why does it cost so much?
Why does it cost so much?
Perché la pensi così?
Why do you think so? Why do you think so?
Why do you think so?
Perché vuole traslocare?
Why does she want to move? Why does she want to move?
Why does she want to move?
Perché ci serve questo?
Why do we need this? Why do we need this?
Why do we need this?
Quanto spesso fai sport?
How often do you exercise? How often do you exercise?
How often do you exercise?
Quanto spesso va a trovare i suoi genitori?
How often does she visit her parents? How often does she visit her parents?
How often does she visit her parents?
Quanto spesso pulisci la casa?
How often do you clean the flat? How often do you clean the flat?
How often do you clean the flat?
Quanto spesso viaggia per lavoro?
How often does he travel for work? How often does he travel for work?
How often does he travel for work?
Quanto spesso mangiate fuori?
How often do you eat out? How often do you eat out?
How often do you eat out?
Quanto spesso guardi il telefono?
How often do you check your phone? How often do you check your phone?
How often do you check your phone?
Ogni quanto passa l'autobus?
How often does the bus run? How often does the bus run?
How often does the bus run?
Quanto spesso si vedono?
How often do they see each other? How often do they see each other?
How often do they see each other?
Quanto spesso lavi la macchina?
How often do you wash your car? How often do you wash your car?
How often do you wash your car?
Quanto spesso cucina lei?
How often does she cook? How often does she cook?
How often does she cook?
Hai dormito bene?
Did you sleep well? Did you sleep well?
Did you sleep well?
Hai chiamato tua madre?
Did you call your mom? Did you call your mom?
Did you call your mom?
L'hai visto?
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Did you see that?
Hai passato una buona giornata?
Did you have a good day? Did you have a good day?
Did you have a good day?
Hai comprato il pane?
Did you buy bread? Did you buy bread?
Did you buy bread?
Hai chiuso la porta a chiave?
Did you lock the door? Did you lock the door?
Did you lock the door?
Hai preso le medicine?
Did you take your medicine? Did you take your medicine?
Did you take your medicine?
Hai parlato con lui?
Did you talk to him? Did you talk to him?
Did you talk to him?
L'hai trovato?
Did you find it? Did you find it?
Did you find it?
Hai mangiato qualcosa?
Did you eat anything? Did you eat anything?
Did you eat anything?